Morning, Brenda. Morning, Frank.
What's up, Paul?
Hey, how you doing, Justin?
Good. Oh man,
Everything, did you go back to work today?
I was at work yesterday too.
Oh, okay. How's it going? All the kids showing up?
Yeah. I don't know. There's a bunch of kids missing today, so I don't know what's going on.
Huh. Here comes Mark.
Hi, Paul, Justin, Frank.
So, up everybody in the chat. I can't see it at the moment.
This is Frank, TJ, Brenda,
Lance is
Warren.
here. Good morning, Lance.
Good morning, Paul. Good
Hey,
morning,
Lance.
Mark.
Lance, when I sent you that hat, did I send you one or two?
One.
There was supposed to be two in there, and that's why I couldn't figure out why I got an extra one.
Yeah. And you sent it to the wrong address. I don't know how they got it to me.
Really?
Yeah. You put you didn't put North Orchard. You put something like Newton or something. I don't know what it was. But that's probably why it didn't come as quick as we thought it was going to.
Well,
Well,
if you were
that's
signed
why
up,
I've got it. I've got it down right as 1202 North Orchard.
Yeah, you put Newton on there.
Well, the thing of it is I didn't type it out. They typed it out at the post office.
Oh, gotcha.
but the post office keeps everybody's records now, so they probably looked up your name and found it.
Yeah, but that's my school. I'm curious how they found me being at that school because he sent it to my school.
No, I don't know. They actually have a thing in the post office where they get mail and they actually investigate and try to figure out whose it is and where to send it to.
Well,
Yeah.
if it
was
actually
pretty
had
interesting.
if it had the name of the school as well as the wrong address, they would have found the school easy enough.
Yeah, I didn't have the name of the school on there.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah, I got it. So
I'll have to send you the other one.
okay,
Do you want a second one?
sure. If you want
Okay.
to send it my way, thank you.
All right. Hey, Captain Joe.
Hey, what's up?
Morning, Joe.
Morning, Joe.
Joe's having breakfast.
So
Yeah.
I just barely heard what happened with the plane crash last night.
A military helicopter ran into the side of a plane as it was in the landing pattern, and they all went down, and 48 or 50 people killed.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
It's
some
gonna
of them
end
were
up
the
with- Gonna be
U.S.
about
Olympic.
68.
Yeah, and some of them were the U.S. Olympic ski team.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That's not going to go down well.
No, and there was the Russian ski team. Some members were on the plane too.
Oh man.
That's definitely not going to go down well.
Wasn't a drone.
It is what
No.
it is. Shit like that happens.
It was a military helicopter. And what they're trying to figure out now is how, because when it went, the helicopter hit it with its rotor blade and just sliced it right down the side and just opened it up and it exploded. And
Did the guys in the helicopter survive or not?
no, nobody survived.
Yeah.
You're not
Well,
finding anybody.
the water temperature there where they went in the water was 35 degrees, and that happened last night about what, 9 or 10 o'clock?
Yep.
Well, it happened over water as well. That's even worse. How the hell can a helicopter not see a plane?
Well, he actually did see the plane because they got the transmission from the tower and they asked him if they see him. He said, we see him. And they said, come in behind him. So when he started to come in behind him, the guy started dropping in altitude. And it
Slowing-
sounds
yeah.
like the plane came down on top of the helicopter.
The passenger plane slowed up with the normal landing situation.
Well,
And
then
what they're thinking is that he can't see underneath him. He didn't realize there was a helicopter there as he started dropping in altitude. So
Well,
he
so it
looks
was-
like he hit the helicopter.
well, it was probably either the planes fuck up for not listening to the tower, or the helicopter, or the tower fucked up. and
Well,
didn't-
I guarantee you,
one of the three.
air traffic control is gonna have their ass in a sling too, because they should have been tracking both those planes, you know?
Well, that's what
Well,
I'm
they
saying.
were.
It's one of the three. One of them didn't listen, or one of
Yeah.
them,
Well, they
either that or
did
the
not-
tower fucked up.
They didn't reach out to the plane.
Well, then that's
So
the
they didn't
tower's
tell the
fault.
plane, the helicopter, was they asked the helicopter if he saw the plane.
Yeah, they didn't tell them that, you have a military helicopter in your flight path. Do you see them? I mean, there was none of that stuff going on.
Well, then that's the tower's fuck up then.
He should have told the helicopter, if you see the plane, back off of him. You know, he should have told him to
Fly
back
out
off
of the
of.
area. Fly
Jumping.
out of the area. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Right.
the thing of it is that the helicopter and the plane both received permission to land, and the helicopter was told to follow in the aircraft, didn't he?
No, the helicopter wasn't landing. They were doing a practice run. This is the helicopter that goes from the base. It's actually the ones that carry the Department of Defense, the head of the Department
Big-
of Defense,
big
Secretary of Defense, all of that. So they were doing practice runs last night. They weren't landing. They were this is a helicopter pre-set up route. So they've got this route set up, but they just brought a plane in the same time. I think it's more air traffic control than anything.
But the thing is, we're not going to know the full facts of it for at least a year.
No,
until
because
it's-
they were they're surmising that everybody died instantly.
Well, NTSB is going to take at least a year to wrap up an investigation like that. It takes a long time. It's not something they do in a week.
Mm.
Because they'll have to get all the plane, they have to go and get all the plane parts and investigate how the helicopter hit the plane, and it takes a long ass time.
Well, and the thing of it is they're gonna have to get witness statements because there were several witnesses that saw the plane crash from the ground.
That's what I'm saying. By the time by the time they get everything pieced together, it's probably going to be at least a year before you hear any report on it.
Where was it landing?
Like what airport was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even. I just saw the title of the article about ski team died in a crash. I didn't.
It's
read it.
Reagan International Airport, Washington DC, right downtown.
Yeah, okay. Explains why they had the dignitary helicopter out there.
Mm. Well, did the
Was it one of-
military helicopter have the ADSC or whatever it's called on it?
No,
No.
no.
The plane didn't know it was there at all, not even electronically.
Yeah, and that's why helicopters don't come up on your damn drone when you're flying. You don't see them. I don't think they have to. I don't think it's a requirement that they have to have that ADS-B or whatever it's called, because they never came up on my Air 2 when I would be flying it, and I would see airplanes and stuff, but sometimes the helicopters would come screaming over, and I wouldn't see them until I heard them.
Yeah.
The bad thing about helicopters is it's the Wild West for them. They can pretty much do and fly where they need to. They don't have to.
A drone.
Yeah, it's like a drone.
No, I mean it was not a drone.
I think anything in the air should have that fucking system put on it. I don't care if it's a paraglider. Anything should have to have some kind of system on there showing their location. Ain't nothing to put a little beacon on anything. It's just the FAA at the end of the day don't make sense half the time anyway. Like I said, they got all these rules for drones, but paragliders can pretty much do what they want, or the paramotors. And experimental aircraft don't fall under a lot of the same rules. So if somebody decides they want to build their own little helicopter or something in their fucking yard, yeah, it's really weird.
Mm.
Build their own little helicopter or something in their fucking yard. Build their own little helicopter. Yard. Well, that's a stream playing in the background.
Not to me.
Morning, morning.
Hey, Johnny.
How's everybody doing this morning? What y'all got Captain Joe doing? He sleeping?
No, man.
Oh,
Not to me.
morning,
Oh,
morning.
yeah, I was putting my stuff in a sink,
Sink?
Hey, Johnny.
in a sink.
How's everybody doing this morning? What y'all got Captain Joe doing? He sleeping?
That's Johnny's background.
Ain't my background. Morning, morning.
Somebody's got the stream playing in the background.
Sink?
Hey, Johnny.
In a sink.
What y'all got Captain Joe doing?
Not to me.
Is it?
Well,
Johnny's background.
it's got to be somebody who doesn't have headphones on because they're listening to it through their speakers.
Is that better?
Yeah, I don't hear it no more.
Not to me.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can
It's
still
not.
hear it.
Something ain't
Mark,
right.
is it you?
Somebody who doesn't have headphones.
No.
Check your
You go
It's not me. I'm on my phone.
Better.
check. You might have a window minimized somewhere that's playing it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Good morning, Johnny.
What's up, Paul?
Another day in paradise. How about you?
It's not me.
Oh, yeah, it's not too bad this morning. A little foggy, but not too bad.
Well, Joe's been telling us how you've been just loving that Neo.
Oh, I like the Neo, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, that update last night was for the Goggles 3 to add the 04 air units.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you can see it's in the menu now.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was in there before.
No, it wasn't.
Loving that Neo.
Oh, I like the Neo, yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody got a background going.
Somebody's got a background going.
Is that better?
Yep, that's better.
Yeah, I don't hear it now. It's gone now.
No telling, no telling.
I
So
don't mind.
what-
I don't mind hearing people twice.
Probably was me. It's the first time I ever streamed.
So what, Johnny, what's the weather been like over by you? Because Joe's been saying about you got snow and all kinds of stuff and
No, it's been yesterday was 72, beautiful day. Now today is cloudy, but no rain. I think we got rain coming tomorrow night late. But I think we're gonna try and go flying tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow better. I got.
well, Joe
the
was
guys
hoping,
coming
Joe
over
was
today.
hoping to go over and fly through that tugboat.
He can
No.
go anytime he wants.
Yeah.
No.
Matter of fact, I'll watch him.
Yeah. No, Johnny, let Johnny have that one.
Yeah, no, it's the tugboat's nice. Hey, what a difference a week makes, though. I know yesterday I put a little video up and flew the 3.5-inch home built, and man, hey, 22 degrees last Wednesday, 72 degrees yesterday. So what a difference 1 week,
Well, that's a
Yep.
big swing of the temperature.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And,
Yes.
and Johnny, not only will you watch him, you'll fly the drones through the tug for him.
Well, I will fly his through there. Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, he's got 2 Avadas. I mean, he ain't, what would it hurt to lose one of them?
Yep.
Yeah, you got a point. I always fly the Neo through. I know it never make it.
Yeah.
So Johnny, what do you think about the flip? You know, Joe ordered one.
No, he didn't order one, did he really?
Yeah, I ordered one, send it back.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a stupid drone myself, but hey, I see no need for it.
Well,
I
I was
think-
going to use it for press work, but then didn't have a remote ID activated. I said, keep it.
Yeah. I mean, if you got a Mini 4 Pro or Mini 3 Pro, I mean, there's just no need for the flip,
No, I think they're kind of hitting a plateau on what they can do with the features, so they're just
Yeah,
making different designs.
And I don't think
Well,
if they didn't turn a remote ID on in the US, then it's really probably not really, well, I don't know if it's just a little jab at the US. Of course, they're punishing the
I
pilot.
think that's what it is.
They're not
Because it's
they're not
activated in
punishing-
Canada.
Yeah, they're not punishing the government though. They're punishing the pilots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, I think it's just too much money. The Neo, at least at a couple $100, you know what? Even you don't get buyer's remorse too much at a couple $100. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I said. I think they're just trying to come up with different designs to
did.
get people more enticed. Because they're
I
kind of
I like the Neo. On the certain, I mean, it's like a little a mini Avata, but you just can't fly it in winds, too much. But hey, I mean, there's you don't normally go out and fly when it's really, really windy anyway. As far as of course, the Air 3S ain't gonna hurt it. The Mavic 3, the wind's not gonna hurt it.
I tell you, when we were out at Manchac, we saw what that Neo would do in the wind.
Yeah, it was a little sideways. Hey, but that's what makes it gimbals. I mean, the video on it, even though the drone's moving around, the video is pretty stable.
Personally,
pretty good.
my biggest complaint about the Neo is it doesn't have an SD card slot where you can put an SD card in. You got to take go hook it up to a computer or something.
I just do. I always do the quick transfer.
So
I don't see the point in SD card slots anymore anyway, because you can just put the memory internal.
Yep, I agree.
To
I
me,
agree.
I
That's
think
good.
that's kind of
It's a
pointless
better
these
it's a
days.
better quality. It's you don't have to worry about the cards. I guess just it's kind of like Apple. You can't tell me that Apple, they charge you $100 for like 64 more gigs of. I mean, it probably costs them pennies. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
because
the whole thing is that we enjoy flying and they enjoy taking our money.
Oh yeah. Well,
yep.
it's kind of.
Well, they're gonna take our money on the Mavic 4.
you get the Mavic 4, Johnny?
No, nah, I never bought the Mavic 3. For what I do, I'm not gonna spend that kind of money. I just like to have fun,
Yep.
I don't want to have $4,000 worth of fun. A couple $1,000 is enough fun for me. I mean, I don't really see the need. I mean, some of these guys act like they're trying to shoot a Netflix movie. I don't get it. But hey, that's just me.
We've seen the way you fly too, Johnny.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's your buddy
Yeah,
Joe. You can always depend on getting that little dig.
Yeah, well, I mean, I let them. That's all right, but I never hit a post. I'm just saying,
Yeah, see, I've seen Johnny fly. He knows how to go around the poles.
And Johnny, I don't ever recall in any
Justin.
of your videos you landing on the top of landing on top of something and having to
No. I wouldn't bring up that I've never really crashed before, a pole or upside down on a gazebo or into the grass or into a tree or look for my drone that was the wrong direction. I mean, I would never bring none of that up,
Not
Yeah.
pointing fingers or anything. Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Johnny's more classy than that.
I mean, hey, when you walk a mile east and your drone is a mile west, I was saying I wouldn't bring that up about anybody,
And that was a bad one.
No,
Yeah, I was
that's-
brand new at it then.
I love the one, Johnny, where you're filming him and he's walking away, almost
yeah, he's
flipping you
flipping
off.
me off, yeah.
He may have flipped you off as he says, "Stop filming me" or something. we didn't hear what he said, but it was
Well,
comical.
he said that one incident, it was because he was brand new, but that didn't explain the other 8 incidents you just
Well, hey,
mentioned.
I think I think he realized crash videos gets a lot of views, so he sacrificed.
He turned his camera off.
Nah, hey, you know what? We'll all get there. Hey, believe it or not, if you fly long enough, you're gonna probably run into something, or something gonna run into you. You know, that tree's gonna jump out there, or side of a building or something, you know.
Well,
Or
there's two.
I mean, look, hey, the day we got into them birds, I mean, it's a wonder, you know, that we didn't hit anything. So
Well, it's two things that are going to happen if you fly drones long enough. Either you're going to crash it, or the drone's going to do something stupid on its
yeah,
own. You'll lose one eventually. It's going to happen.
yeah. Well, hey, you know, you get braver, you know, even with a camera drone, you know, you start taking off, and you know, you've been flying a long time, and I think you get your feelings hurt more than anything when you crash. It's like, oh man,
Yeah.
you know, that's not me, you know.
All right, I got to jump off. I'll catch y'all later.
Later.
See you, Justin.
Joe, you should come
Yeah.
shoot. You got a game to shoot tonight, Joe?
I got this banquet to shoot tonight.
Okay, because Southeastern, the girls play. They're both they're 10-0 in conference, and the other team is 9-0, so they're meeting. They have a big game at Hammond at 6 o'clock. So
This is basketball.
girls, Southeastern girls, yeah,
Yeah.
they're 10-0.
Yeah, we got I had basketball the last 2 nights. I haven't shot them because they were out of town. One was in Ponchatoula. I didn't want to go. I don't like Ponchatoula's gym.
Joe, I got look. Oh, where's it at?
Okay,
Yeah,
see it. But then the night before, I kind of mad at myself for not going. I don't like the parking at St. Paul at the gym, because if you don't get there early, real early, they got like 2 parking spaces for handicap. Then the rest of them are so tight you can back into somebody getting out of them.
yeah.
Go. God darn it, I'm gonna put you outside.
Lance, are you in school right now? No, it's early.
I'm driving. I'm driving
Anyway.
to school. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's 6:30. My kids don't come until 7:30, and I don't have a class until 8:30. I have first
Okay.
period planned, so I
Yeah.
get to get ready for this school day.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow I've got tomorrow off. It's a semester. We get to do our grades, and we can do them from home, which is good. So I'll do that.
Giggles. TJ's up in here. I see.
You sound like you feel better, Lance.
Feeling a little better. You know, not perfect, but better. Yes.
What are you saying, Joe?
Thanks.
What's he sound better than?
I'm glad he's got the thing in dark, because his face would be killing us.
Oh, I walked into that, didn't I?
Man. Joe, I love these little fidget spinners right here. These things are cool.
I love fidget
So-
spinners too. That I must be ADHD or something.
Yeah, I tell you
Yeah.
what, I love this one.
Did you see the new one I sent you about the lighthouse?
No, I got the file, but I didn't. I remember you sent it. What is that? Where did it come from? Thingiverse?
It's one of them. It's a lighthouse
Really?
fidget.
You made one?
No, I haven't. I was gonna make it your last night. I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a Paul Murray moment last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna go on the stream or what.
You
But
flew
I'm
a ship?
sitting here and I was doing the flight records on the off of my phone from the flight I did yesterday, right? So I do it and it says you have an update. I said, go ahead, update it. So I'm sitting here and the phone's plugged into the computer, and about 20 minutes pass, I look down and the line ain't moving. So I look at it and it says it's updating. I said, okay, let us sit. About 20 minutes, it's still not moving. So I start researching it, right, before I do anything. And it tells me if you're doing an update on a computer and it freezes, you're going to have to reboot your whole phone. I'll put it this way. 2 hours and 40 minutes later, I got my phone back to normal.
Really?
I was so mad last night.
I thought you forgot to like plug in the other end of the cable or something. That's what I thought you was gonna say.
No, it was plugged in. It was all plugged. And then the worst part about it, it brought me to the point where I had to, because it corrupted the file.
Huh.
So I had to restore it. So as soon as I turned it on, I had to force reboot it. And when I rebooted, it says plug it into a computer. You have to restore it to original. It wouldn't restore. So I said, well, I guess I'm going to AT&T tomorrow, like that. And then I kept reading. It said, if it's not working, try a different computer. So I took my laptop out, plugged it in, and it worked.
Huh.
Wouldn't do it off of this computer. And then I had to put it back on this computer to download my backup. And the backup took 40 minutes. So
Well,
it started when your show started.
Just to be clear, Joe, that computer is the one you just rebuilt?
I haven't rebuilt one.
I thought you
Listen.
changed all kinds of data and stuff in that computer.
No, this is the one that has been giving me problems ever since I put NVIDIA broadcast on it. So I took all of that off. But that's when it started giving me problems.
Hmm.
It's just, I don't know.
And then you put RAM in it, and that didn't help.
Yeah, the RAM didn't help because the RAM's not clocked right. And I've got to get into the BIOS. Justin got on with me and we tried to get into the BIOS and it didn't let me get into the BIOS. I need to contact them.
Sometimes
I'm at the point right now where I have to keep it like it is.
Sometimes you push F11 instead of F2 on some machines.
Well, mine says F2 and delete. It says, one says press it, one says constantly press it, one says press both. We tried everything.
Hit the eject
Okay.
button. Eject button. Hit the eject button.
Are you close to
Yeah.
a window? Are you close to a window?
To throw it out.
Oh yeah, open the window and chuck it.
There you go. That's
Well,
easy.
hey, if it wants to act up, it's under warranty. I don't care.
Easy
I
solution.
can't
There you go.
afford it to go down right now because I got too many things I'm doing with it. Just that's why I always worked off of two computers because I had the second Apple backup working with the first Apple backup. In case one of them went down, I had the other one. Everything was there.
That's the.
And now this morning, and it could have been something on the computer because this morning I get up and the thing did a reboot, complete reboot.
Huh.
Instead of shutting down last night. And it didn't tell me anything wrong. Because usually if it does a reboot overnight and there's something wrong, you'll say it was shut down for a reason.
Operator error.
It just came right back up. So it was probably an update. And when Windows 11 updates, sometimes it shuts your computer down. And we'll take all these automatic updates off too.
When are you going to do that? When are you going to take the updates off?
I'm gonna have to go do it. Just tell them not to automatic update. Let me know when there's one.
When are you going to do that?
I can't do it right now. It should be updated. Everything should be updated. It's running good right now.
Are you on a laptop?
gonna get-
Are you on a
That is
laptop?
that is a tower.
Oh, okay.
This is the big system I got.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. I'll be listening. I got to run over to the cemetery, check on the dead people, make sure they're still there.
Okay, Johnny.
This,
Hey, thanks for
This
stopping
system,
by.
Johnny. That's the system. Those
What?
two.
I don't see anything.
You don't see it?
No.
Hold on. Let me make sure it's going. Yeah, come on. I'll share screen again. What about now?
You have
Yeah.
the same shift every day, don't you? You have the same shift every day, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
he does. Did you see it?
Yep. Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, because I've got the NAS system right here. And then that's the tower system. And then that backup is my Apple right here. That's where I got all my financials. I'm moving over.
Oh, send me that. Send me a copy of all that stuff.
Yeah. That's my setup.
All righty. Later.
Later, Johnny.
So you gonna fly today, Joe?
Well, I'm stuck here until they come here to do the pest control. That should be about another hour.
Leave the door open.
Yeah, I wish. The dogs are the problem.
Yeah.
Because I've got a about 9:15. I gotta get them to the back, and that way I can lock them into the back.
Okay.
And then they'll be barking the whole time they walk in.
Yep.
Well, they're saying 67 feared dead. They ain't found nobody alive. It's one of those like it happened here in Louisiana years ago. They had a plane that crashed after takeoff. Now the ironic part about it, it crashed right after takeoff, but it didn't crash. It crashed 30 miles away from the airport, right after takeoff.
Thank you.
It went up. They said they couldn't get it to go any higher, and they lost control of it, and it came straight down. And it's actually where Johnny and I fly, Mandeville Harbor area. It's right off that little point down there where it went down, and they found a couple little traces of the aircraft and nothing else. Never did find a body. I think it was 57 passengers on the plane, and they found a couple of traces that the plane did go down there, but they never did find anybody because the water in the area was like just the same thing. The water in the area here is like 7-8 feet. It was like 7-8 feet there, but it's got a real soft bottom, and they're thinking that it went in on a nosedive. And because I was a kid, I was like 8 or 9 years old, I remember that. But it went in a nosedive, and they said it buried itself so deep they couldn't get to it.
Did you grow up in Louisiana?
Yes, sir. My dad said when they came out, I can remember my dad watching the news, and we were watching the news about it. And my dad looked over at my mom and said, well, about 6 weeks, we go buy some crabs. They should be fatter.
Yeah.
I remember when he said that. They said it should be a little fatter. I was thinking, oh, I don't want to eat a crab. It might have ate on somebody. I was about 8 or 10 years old, something like that. It's funny how I remember that so vividly. I think that's a scar tissue on my brain.
What are you, Joe? 67? 68?
Ooh. About a week, I'll be 70.
70. Okay.
He's just a kid.
Just a kid.
But that kind of sucks, that last night.
Now is tonight the banquet?
Yeah. I don't even call it a banquet. It's a freaking awards thing. They don't do the banquet like they used to anymore.
Basketball or just winter sports in general?
Football, just football. And
Football.
it's just varsity. It's just they don't do it they should do it when the season ends.
They should.
But
That's
well, they
ridiculous.
usually wait longer than this.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because the season's been over for a couple months now.
Well, let me tell you the way they do it now. Since they got the new coach, actually, the last year, the coach prior to this one changed it where they went to a paintball park, and they went out. All the kids came out and played paintball, and they had a crawfish boil, and then he gave out all the awards out in the middle of the open like that. You had bugs and everything. So then now this is almost at the end of school. It's like in April when they do it. So this year, when Craig took over, he did the banquet type in the gym, and it's actually an auditorium, and all he does is give out all the all state awards, all the honorable mention awards to the varsity team. Freshman team doesn't get anything unless you're a freshman player that won one of these. And then what happens is in April or May, he'll have the paintball thing, and that's going to be the award ceremony for everybody else. And they'll do another thing with the it'd be the crawfish. Last year they had a guy came out and did pulled pork. That's what he did last year, which I think is goofy as hell. You know, why do this? Do it one time like basketball. 2 weeks after they're over with, they have a banquet. One of them has one at a sports bar. It's a place called Loft 18, and they all kind of food, good stuff. And then the girls have theirs at Fleur de Lis Event Center right down the street, and they do theirs like 2 weeks right after too, and it's a big banquet type thing. You got to come. The girls have to come to dress. You know, when you go to the Loft 18, they all come in shorts and everything else. It's not really a banquet. So it's. You know what I don't understand, and from because I watched it last night. They were showing close-ups of the crash from that camera, and it actually did look like the plane came down on top of the helicopter. Like he was turning around to get in there, and they were saying the Black Hawk, the way he's flying, he can't see above him. And he said when they told him to turn in behind him, he probably made that turn in, and the other guy can't see below him, so neither one could see each other. They saw each other. The pilot of the helicopter saw him, and they told him come in behind him to get behind him. So he just kind of maneuvered his helicopter to get behind him, and the other guy came down not knowing he was there because they never said they contacted the plane. Yeah, that's what they're talking about right now. They're saying they want to know the timing. When was the first time that the helicopter was contacted by air traffic control? Because you can see him when they show the full film, he's a couple of miles away, coming that way.
Anyway, like
They could have let him know a long time, hey, don't come in this area. I think it's going to come down to air traffic control.
DJ.
So was there between the helicopter and the plane? Were they like coming like? Were they
One was coming in this way, and one was coming in the side. And what happened is they told the helicopter, "Do you see him?" And he came back on a different frequency and said affirmative, he sees him. And they said, "Come in behind him." So he started making the turn in behind him like that, to go in behind him. And the guy was up here. They never contacted him. So what happened is as he was coming down, he came down right on top of him.
Oh shit! Oh my god! So was this was yesterday this happened?
It was last night about
Last
9 o'clock.
Oh, wow. So were there any survivors or did everybody die?
Everybody
Nobody.
died.
Damn, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, it was one big fireball going into the Potomac.
And
Man.
on the aircraft, there were several members of the U.S. ski team.
So the airplane came on top of the helicopter, or did the helicopter come on top of the plane?
Plane came down on the helicopter.
Oh, wow.
That's what it sounds like. That's what they're thinking.
Wow.
But this other thing. This was a standard route that those helicopters took all the time. It was like this was their highway. So if that's their route all the time and they know this plane's taking off, they know how long it takes to get there. So why didn't they back up this plane, or why didn't they tell this helicopter slow down because this plane's coming in? Somebody screwed up in the tower, I'm telling you.
Yeah, probably did. That's what it sounds like. Did Justin go off to work? He didn't stay on too long.
No, he probably, he worked, he don't go back right now. Gotta go get his fortnight in.
There you go. Yeah.
Laura contacted him. That's what's going on. She pulled
As
his
long as
leash.
she doesn't come on here.
She pulled
Shut
his
up,
leash.
Joe.
She pulled his leash.
She
Yeah.
pulled his leash.
Pull that string.
Fortnite with me. Come play Fortnite with me.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, Lance, she pulled that string.
yeah.
Hold on.
We got two Lances going on here.
Okay, I got out of the other one.
Lance 1 and Lance
Yeah.
2.
Lance 1 and Lance 2.
Yeah, Lance, she pulled that string that he used to have.
What's up, David?
Laura is out. Good.
Hey, we haven't seen Lloyd for a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since the show the other night.
Who, Lloyd?
Lloyd.
Oh. He was on the other day, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was on Monday. Last time I saw him was Monday on his show.
Yeah.
He's been going with his son to eat steak every day, so that's what's going on with him.
We went to, speaking of steak, we went to Texas Roadhouse last night. It was pretty good.
Let me ask you a question. On their menu, do they still have roadkill?
Roadkill.
That's what they call
Yeah.
roadkill.
I'm just going to say it around about Judy's.
I didn't. What consists of that? Like what?
It's just a hamburger steak.
The hamburger steak.
Hamburger steak covered with onions and mushrooms.
No, I didn't see it on there. I had a chicken plate.
Into
Yeah, 'cause,
around about the time.
that was
of
one of my
Judy's-
favorites there because it's cheap.
Yeah.
About the time of Judy's anniversary.
Oh no, I had a burger the other night because when I got off of work, I stopped at Culver's and got a burger from there.
I thought Culver shut a bunch of their places down.
I think they're still going strong. I think because ours is still open right up the road. So people seem to go there a lot. So I mean, the businesses seems to be going good. I guess I don't know. Do y'all have Culver's by you, don't you?
Nope.
No.
They put one out on the expressway, and it only lasted about 2 years. It's gone.
Oh, huh. Interesting.
That's like there's a place called Fat Boys Pizza here. They opened in Covington, and that place is packed every night. They
Oh,
opened
wow.
right by Mandeville High School, thinking, "Hey, we got the high school crowd," and they've closed down in less than a year.
Wow. That must have been real good pizza.
It's too expensive
Yeah.
because you you buy it by the slice,
Was
and
it
it's
like
a slice that's about that big. You know, it's like
$30 for a slice or something?
like seven for
Oh.
a slice.
Oh, shit.
You know, people go there, they like the pizza. I don't think the pizza was that good. I went one time because we had a photographic society meeting there.
Oh,
And it
gotcha.
cost me $8 for the piece of pizza and a drink. And it really wasn't that good. But you got to realize
Was it loaded on top or just thin?
it was thinner than it should be. It wasn't a hand toss, but it wasn't a thin pizza either. It was in between. They made it like that so you could fold it up easier, you know?
Fold it, knead it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I call
But you-
those pizza burritos because
Yeah,
they,
Yeah.
like when you fold the pizza, you can see all the grease and stuff just like kind of oozing up, and just hang it upside down, and all the grease was just dripping off. Like, oh my god.
Well, if you're going to fold a pizza, why don't you just buy a calzone in the first place?
Well, they sell it as pizza, that's why. They sell the calzone.
Yeah, I like those. I like their Culver's cheese curds. Those things are good. I got a huge bag of them like the other night when I was there.
You know, it's funny. I'm thinking about that when you said that, and we had calzones at Pizza Hut, and I don't remember. I'm thinking of it. We didn't have that. I had them for about a year, maybe. We started doing them when I was there,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the dough was different. I think, and I think that I can't remember if it wasn't folded. We must have had to fold it. I can't remember. I have to go look at the thing.
Normally a calzone is just folded pizza.
Right. I can't remember though. I can't remember when we made it. If it was a dough that we folded pre, or it was one that we put the stuff on then folded it. I just don't remember that. I can't remember. I'll put it this, we didn't sell a lot of them, so that's probably why I don't remember them as much.
Yeah.
And I was the
Yeah,
guy that would prepare them. So it was like, because when I got there in the mornings on my shifts, I had to get everything set up for the freezer, and for the whole day. Actually, we had the day before. We had to kind of project what we were doing, and I might have to make 30 pre-done pepperonis and have them set ready to go because we were expecting to sell 30 pepperonis. You know,
Yeah.
and Supremes, we knew we were going to sell 60 of them. So I had to have 60 of these already. You know, so you just grab them, put the final touches on them, and go. And we used to pre-sauce. If we figured we was doing 100 pizzas, we had 100 pizzas pre-sauced, ready to go.
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, I like calzones. Those things ain't bad either. But it just
Yeah,
depends on
I
what
remember eating them. You know, I remember selling them. I just can't remember making them.
Yeah.
The only trouble with pre-saucing them is that the sauce soaks into the base.
Not in this dough we had. Our dough was formulated so it wouldn't soak in.
All right.
And they had enough preservatives in the dough that wouldn't let it in. I mean, pizza was even with the pan dough. When you put the pan dough in there for it to rise, you had to have one squirt of the oil in there because it had to have that oil in there. When you put it in, you shook it to get it all over. Just you didn't shake it up. You shook it sideways to make it move it around. And that way, when you put the pan dough in, it's like it was like a buttery dough, buttery tasting crust. So that was like a buttery oil. And you put one squirt of each pan, put the solid frozen on it, shake it once, and then they all went in the proofer. When they came out the proofer, they would rise up a little bit, and then you'd see them kind of starting to fill the pan, and the oil would just start to go over the dough, just on the edges, and that's what would make the dough crusty and oily, and not oily. It was greasy, but it was buttery greasy.
So American Airlines CEO seems to place the blame on the collision on the helicopter. Go figure.
Yeah, I figured they're gonna do that, but like I'm saying, last night one of the guys was on late last night. That's like a total expert. He said based on what he sees, he really believes that like you said, they're flying on an angle, the Black Hawk, so they can't see up and behind them. And he said, and they saw the plane and they saw it going over the top, or getting ready to go over the top of them. So they thought they were good. So they told them to turn in behind it. If they wouldn't have turned in behind it, they wouldn't have hit it. You know, that's the other thing. So air traffic control said turn in behind it. So as they started turning in behind it, that's when the other plane was coming down, and it came down faster to me than they expected, right on top of them. And that makes sense.
Yeah, air traffic could have control should have just told the helicopter to stay the hell away.
Yep, exactly. They should have said.
That's
fly
what
out
he
of
should
the
have done.
Or at least pulled up and like flew over or something.
Well, he was at 400 feet, and that was his ceiling.
Oh.
Well, he's supposed to be at 500 feet.
Well, the helicopter can do what he wants.
Yeah, true.
Because they, like I said, they're out here along the lakefront. They come flying along the lakefront when we're flying, and you hear them from a distance as Blackhawks, and they're at about 150 feet. Because they're right at the edge. What they're doing is they're flying to see who's walking, or they want to see the beach and all of that. But they're at 150 feet here. Their ceiling should be 500 feet because our ceiling's 400 feet. They should give us a gap.
They're supposed to be.
Well, like I said, but the helicopter can do what he wants,
The
especially if it's a
newly
military
sworn in-
helicopter.
The newly sworn in transportation secretary. Boy, what a way to start your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, first day.
Gosh.
You're doing pretty good though. He came out and sounded like he knew what was going on. What's a shame though is if it is ski teams, these are young kids, man.
Yeah.
These are kids that couldn't wait for the Olympics, everything else, all excited about what they're going to be doing. I'm just hoping that it was an immediate, like when it exploded, they all died immediately, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, rather than drowning and freezing. Yeah.
Or at least something knocked them out that they didn't know. But they had a guy last night came on and they were talking, who was it? It was a medical guy came on last night. And okay, I understand what you were trying to say, but you're also 2 hours into this thing, you stupid ass. So your chances are you ain't gonna find anybody if they haven't found anybody yet. They just pulled 4 dead bodies out the water. But he said, but you got to also realize that even though that they could be oxygen deprived, they're in cold water, so they could be in a suspended state. Come on, not after 2 hours.
No.
Not after a plane crash after 2 hours. Why are you trying to give people hope, you know? You want to sound like you know something. You knew something, but you know it's true. You catch them 20, 30 minutes after, you probably have a chance. Because I had a cold water drowning that we got back. And he was in there. They found him and they said he couldn't have been in there more than an hour. And we weren't even going to work him because he was underwater for an hour. And I felt that water and I said, dude, cold water drowning, we got to work it.
Yeah, there's no way you could, like, was the water, was it cold, like
35 degrees.
Oh yeah.
Now, it's granted, and then he said, this the other part he said, you got to realize these people could be submerged in this plane and protected. The plane exploded. You know?
Yeah, like you can't survive in a plane when it goes down. When it explodes, anyways, you can. But
well, it was only 6-7 feet of water. So chances are there's a chance that if it didn't break up, you could.
Yeah.
But it exploded. You know?
Yeah, there's no way.
It didn't come back together when it hit the water.
I mean, it depends on how big a plane it was. It was only
Okay, it was the figure skating. 6 killed, including 2 teens. Figure skating. Figure skating.
Waist deep water.
Oh yeah, who was it that said that about figure? There was some. Oh yeah, Jody was talking about figure skating club that passed away.
Yeah, somebody said it was what you call it. Paul said it was a ski team. It's the figure skaters.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I wonder how they all passed away. Or were they on that plane? Was
They
it-
were on the plane.
Yeah.
They were on the
Oh.
ice. They were on the ice on the river.
Oh wow.
They were practicing on the river.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They were on the Yeah.
Oh, that is crazy. They were all young too.
Waist deep waters where they recovered the planes,
Yeah.
or plane parts, I should say. Broke into 3 different sections.
Yeah, they said the 3 debris fields. Oh, that's something. They were probably coming, they were at Wichita, Kansas, coming back. They were probably coming from a meet. Some kind of practice, some kind of like a meet type practice thing.
Yeah.
Or headed to DC to have a meet.
Wow.
They could have been from Wichita. No one knows yet because they don't have the flight manifest. How do you not have the flight manifest?
Oh, they got it. They're just not releasing it yet.
Yeah.
They got to make sure everybody knows.
Have you read what Gitchy said to you?
Why
Joe?
was the one figure skater? Why was he bringing his dog with him in the first place? Was it an icing dog, or did he just bring it just because, or?
Wow.
Because they normally don't allow. Well, I guess like people do bring their pets with them sometimes, like a small like little dog if it's in one of those like a
Oh, that dog saved his life or her life.
Hey, I don't know where that flight path would be. All I know is when they showed a picture of it, they showed the video, they said that it was the standard flight path that the plane comes in on. And they said it was the standard flight path of the helicopter. It was their helicopter highway that they do daily. And it was the helicopter that the group was their advanced team helicopters that carried like the Secretary of Defense, Secretary of the Army, and these were their transports. So it was one of these. They had to be experienced pilots.
I'm gonna jump off here. I got a company coming to come pick up a bunch of shit in our garage. So I'll see you guys later.
The figure
Okay, later.
skaters were returning from a national development camp, so they must be from the DC area.
Right.
Yeah.
And Gitchy said one of them was denied access to the plane because he had a dog with him that was too big.
Who's Gitchy?
That's that AI person on.
You guys ask, how does that work?
Gitchy's a flight attendant.
Yep, Gitchy flies the skies. I wonder if Gitchy's ever landed at Washington Reagan.
Probably. You can send it, Gitchy.
Oh, it's out. David is listening. David, did you get that picture I sent? I missed your phone, your call when you made it, but I sent you a JPEG as well after, just in case it was that you couldn't get the PDF to work.
Okay, how does this AI thing work on here? And why do you keep laughing? I don't know.
I keep saying Gitchy is AI, but
Is it
she's
really
a flight attendant
Is it really not?
that won't
AI?
show her face.
Are you pulling my leg? Is he not? Is Gitchy?
Yeah, we're pulling both legs.
Okay. So Gitchy some clown.
No. She lives in Detroit area, and she's a flight attendant, And we had never, it's like a Cura show. We've never seen her.
Yeah.
She's on long haul to Europe.
Or Asia. She's been to Asia too, I think.
She was in Germany at the moment, I think, if she's not got home yet.
She's an FBI agent?
Yeah, that's it.
CIA.
Okay.
Okay, well, I got what she sent me. Yeah, this is what she sent me. This is the helicopter right here. It came up, and then they turned it right into it. And then the plane was coming in here for the runway. But they turned that sucker. They'd have left it alone going straight. It would probably never had a problem. They turned it right into it.
That's a small picture. Can you blow it up a bit?
I can't get it any bigger. Try.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I walked into that one. Yeah, I can't get.
Joe,
I can't get it to enlarge.
You can't win any at all here
Oh.
today.
Well, let me see if I can download it and maybe do it better.
That was just as bad, Joe.
Or copy it, maybe. You know, let me go back to it the other way. This would be better. That's better. Because it took off here, went this way, and then it came down like the coast. And somewhere around here is when they turned them into them. But it looks like the way this is set up, looks like the helicopter was under the jet. That's what I'm thinking. As he was making a bank, that's what they were saying too last night. As the plane was making the bank, they wouldn't have seen the helicopter. Hey, get you. I think it was air traffic control screwed up. I'll be honest. Because the helicopter said they saw the plane. And that's when they told them to turn in and follow the plane. Get behind the plane. If they would have just kept going this way, they would have been behind the plane. They kept going straight. So why tell them to come in behind the plane?
The white line is the path the helicopter was supposed to take. So he was way off course.
Yeah.
I'm just dropping off for a couple of minutes. I'll be back on soon.
Okay, Mark.
Yeah, he was kind of really off of it. Now let's put a conspiracy deal. Okay? What happens if this was a radicalized guy and he decided to do a terrorist attack? And that's reaching, but you never know. That white line was probably their highway that they're supposed to do all the time. You got a point. That's their route, but they deactivated it, deviated from it. I said that to my son last night. I said, well, you got to find out who this pilot is first off and find out if he was radicalized too.
Can you believe
You never know.
the guy that wasn't allowed to board because of his dog and how he must feel right now?
Oh, no. But there was a reason he wasn't on that plane. You got to realize that part.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when it's your time, it's your time. You're not gonna get away from it. When it's not your time, you're gonna get away from it. Because they had an incident in Ohio one time, and I remember this in EMS days. There was an incident where a woman flipped a car 15 times. 15 times flipped the car. And everybody got there, ambulance, everybody got there. And there was a fuel leakage of the car. This is before they had the fire trucks roll too. So when they realized there was a small fuel leakage, they called for a fire truck. She got out the car without a scratch on her, and she's talking to the police. Fire truck comes up, loses control, slides in and kills her. Nobody else. So that was her time. You know, it was just. Yeah, it kind of sucks. The one thing I worried about last night is they said that this is the group that flies the Secretary of Defense and Secretary of the Army and all of this. And I was saying, boy, I hope it's not Hegseth or somebody like that on that thing. They said it was just a practice run.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't do it right.
Only 4 people on the helicopter.
It said, I thought it was 3.
3.
Is it
3.
4?
I think it's 3.
I think it's 4 crew, 3 helicopters, 60 on board.
Yep.
Oh no, it's not a good thing. Not a good thing.
And it was a Russian, so the guy it must have been Russian with the dog. Because a figure skater was denied from boarding the flight that ended in a fatal collision with a military helicopter near Washington, D.C. on Wednesday because his pet dog was too big, according to Russian state media.
Well, first off, how did he get there with the dog? First off, was he from Wichita?
I don't know. You know, the coming in, they probably didn't have a strong regulation. You know, the who knows, right?
Yeah.
You could have kind of not snuck the dog on, but could have, talked his way on the plane with his dog.
Or it just could be that individual carrier, because it wasn't an American airline, it was a subchartered American.
Well, he had to have gotten there. So what did he fly there on? You know, just a lot of questions. Yeah. Yeah, the helicopter, like Gitchy says, was ascending, and the plane was descending. And the biggest thing I heard last night, it was that the somebody that was guy's been in aviation forever, one of the so-called experts that came on, he said that the Black Hawk said that he physically saw him. They told the Black Hawk to come in behind him, so he started going in behind him. He said they did not have any transcript on anything going to the plane, but the plane was coming in, descending and banking. They said that banking may have blocked him from seeing the helicopter. So you got the perfect storm there. Everybody I guess the plane didn't make a mistake, but he didn't see him either. He wasn't told. And if you make it, I can understand you making the bank, you're not gonna be able to see too good out that side.
Two world champion Russian figure skaters were also on board.
Wow.
What is that? About a 2 hour flight, maybe?
I couldn't tell you. You're right, Gitchy. Could have been. You could have saw the wrong aircraft. I think when it's all said and done, it's gonna probably be air traffic control. They should have backed him off and said, you need to move to this coordinate. Get out of there. If they saw him coming in the wrong place, they should have told him. There's only one thing good about this whole thing is that it was over water and it wasn't over a populated area. If you can call that a good thing.
Well, like you said, it could have been worse, right?
Yep. If it would have been over a populated area and went down, it could have taken out 200 or 300 people. They need to let the FAA know straight out. It's an air crash. It wasn't a drone that caused this, so we're safer. I didn't realize how wide the Potomac is right there.
And how shallow it is. How could it be waist deep right almost in the middle?
Well, that's what they said. It's only like 7 feet, the deepest point.
Yeah. That's not very deep. That's
I think it was because they said it was this time of year it's that deep. I got to start to work these dogs into the back.
What's that?
I got to start to get these dogs to want to go to the back
Why?
because the guys are coming to spray
Oh, how often they come? Once a month?
once a friggin' month. And they could skip me. I got my son used to work for Justin when he was working for the fire department. He worked for J. Roy Pest Control. So I've got a big spray thing over here that he put this stuff down called Suspend and another one. And I haven't seen a bug in this apartment in 2 years. And I know it has nothing to do with the guy spraying. It has to do with him. Because we were seeing roaches every once, and the only roaches we ever saw were the big ones that come in from outside, big wood roaches. And he sprayed that stuff all around the edges, all around outside, and like the doorway where we thought they were coming in. And we haven't seen them since. The only thing I see, and it's in my bathroom in the back, every once in a while, I see a silverfish.
Bye, Gitchy. Have a good day.
Later, Gitchy. I forgot to send you a rose. I'll send you 2 next time.
I remember that crash back in 1982 on the Potomac, and that I remember the images of people trying to rescue everyone in the icy, frigid waters of that river on January 13th, 1982.
I don't remember that one.
Let me share this with you if I can. Hold on. Can I get rid of that? Can I get rid of that? I don't know more offers. No. How do I get rid of that? I can't. Pick another. Go that one. I'll share this with you guys. This is 1982. I remember this like it was yesterday. Share. Window, no. Window, here. Share. You guys see that?
Yeah. Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, and they, in fact, here's the tail of the plane. It hit the bridge, the 14th Avenue Bridge. 1982, where were you, Joe? You must have been in the military, yeah.
Yeah, I was in the military in Hawaii.
But I remember, you know, like, look at that. I mean, these two survived. And look how cold that looks.
Yep. That's why I don't remember it, because I was in Hawaii.
Yep.
I remember that plane crash in 1983 in New Orleans.
1983, New Orleans, huh?
It took off and went straight down. Hit the ground, took out houses, everything. I was at Ala Moana. It was at the what's not Ala Moana. I can't remember the name of it. It was a Army. Army had a hotel on Waikiki Beach.
Lake Pontchartrain? Is that where it was?
No, this one didn't go in Lake Pontchartrain. This one landed in Kenner, Louisiana.
Okay. In what city?
Kenner.
Like Kenny?
Kenner.
1982. Is it?
It was 1982. Yeah. I'm thinking 83. Yeah, that one. Ironically, my mom and them were coming over from New Orleans about a month later. How is this thing too large for this?
Oh, there's the path. Kermagia.
I got a good question. Y'all figure this out. I've got a blank 16 gigabyte. Make sure there's that terabyte. 16 gigabyte, what you call it? Let me get the properties in this. Might be what I'm looking at. Okay. I got a file that's 5 gigabytes, right? I've got a 16 gigabyte USB. It won't load it. Why? Says it's too large.
It won't load on your computer?
Yeah, no, it won't load on my USB. Saying the USB needs a bigger one. It's a 16 gigabyte, and it's only a 5 gigabyte file.
And you check the storage space on that USB to make sure there's nothing on there?
I'm gonna find out right now. It says it's empty. And it says I have 14.5 free space.
So is it completely empty? Can you reformat it?
I'm gonna reformat it.
Yeah, I'd reform that.
Let's reformat it. Now, let's see. It says it is too large for the destination file. It's 5.18 gigabytes and I've got 14 gigabytes. Why? I need to put this on a USB. Does that make sense?
No, whatever you say, Joe. We're all with you.
I need this for the night.
Send it. I would
Well,
reform
you know
it.
what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I've got it on my thing. I'll just save it onto it. See if it'll save onto it.
Save
There
it
you
on
go.
the Neo. Save it onto the Neo, and then just take the Neo into the banquet.
No, I'm gonna export it onto it. Let me see if I can export it onto it. I'm gonna export. See, I'm gonna say point higher. Want there. And I'm gonna say I want it to go to this clear.
So no flying today, Paul?
What's that?
No flying today?
I did one this morning, but no, there's nothing going on.
Well, guess what? I'm exporting it to it. It's going to it.
What's that with the Neo?
No, it's with the computer. I made the video for the football.
Oh, okay.
Listen to this woman's listen to this woman's name. Let me get back. This woman's name is Vassiliki Elwood Yiagazis.
Uh-huh.
That's all I can say. I need to go back and see how they pronounce that crap. I could never go out with her because I'd be calling her.
What is it
Why?
like Arab or what?
No, she looks white. She looks like she's Caucasian as she can be. She sounds. No, I thought she had a little Russian accent or something like Slavic, but no. I think she made that up.
Could be.
Well, she ain't married. She ain't got no ring on. It's because nobody can pronounce her name. She's about as skinny as all get out, and she's making these desserts look like if you look at them, you gain weight. Nah. It's loading onto the thing. See, I don't understand why I wouldn't copy it over, but it would export it to it.
Who knows? As you know, Joe, I've given up on technology. I use it the best I can, but as far as understanding it or explaining it, no.
Yeah, no. Last night did it for me. I mean, like I said, there's no reason why that phone should have jammed up like it did. It was loading the new program on it and it froze, just froze.
Yep.
I was thinking, well, I guess I'm bringing it back to AT&T and getting either the new one or getting them to fix it, you know? Because it's under, I pay a monthly fee.
You got an AT&T near you?
Yeah, right down the street. But I said, I'm gonna have to wait. I said, I'm gonna have to wait for the guy to come here to spray. Then I'm gonna have to wait for this, and it's gonna be later in the day. Then I got other things to do.
Well, now, oh, there he is. He's got his hat on.
And my gloves.
And his gloves. All right.
See, I like the one I have, but I like the bigger writing.
Got to bend this brim a little more. I look like a hick.
See, I like the fact that the writing's all the same color, and it doesn't change into the different colors, you know? Like the green, red, the green, blue, and red.
I think I've got that option to do it, but I haven't played
Yeah, I don't
around.
have the option to take it off. It shows me I have the option to take it off, but it doesn't do it. Because I want to do USA.
Anything you want to know about programming the hats, you just check with Joe. He knows everything about those hats.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I know about the one I got. Ain't worth a damn either. It's like a Neo. I think that's a Neo hat.
In fact, I'm going to change that to Neo, just for you.
Neo.
Do that right now. Neo, best drone ever.
That's it. That's what Joe always says.
Okay.
You didn't see my last video, what I said about it? So if you want an entry-level FPV drone, get a Nevada 2. Greatest drone ever. Yeah, a couple of minutes, I'm going to start. I'm going to see if I can get them to the back. I don't want to do it yet because if they don't show up for another 15 minutes, they're going to be balking at me.
Okay, Joe, well, I guess we could call it then if you got someplace to go and get things
Well, I
done.
got nowhere to go. I'm here. You know, I'm not going anywhere.
Hold on. Don't leave. See if I can figure this out here. Save.
Yeah, I don't have any place to go. I'm here.
There's a Neo, yep.
Did I change it?
Yeah, but it says DRON.
Neo drone. There's no
Okay.
E. That's what I didn't like about that hat. You can only have like 3 letters at a time.
You got to have it roll to make
You gotta
it work.
have it scrolling.
Yeah. This is done.
It was scrolling. Why didn't
Put this one. I don't want it.
Okay, what it was scrolling before. What did I Paul, walk me through this.
I don't know. Joe's the guy.
I move left. There we go. Move left.
There you go. But that's fast. You want to slow it down a little bit.
Okay, slow her down. How's that? Too slow?
Yeah, because no, you got to slow it down a little bit more.
Okay. How's that?
There you go.
That good?
Neo drone.
Neo drone.
Except you need to capitalize the D on drone.
Okay. Save. Here. Save. Is it capitalized now?
Yep.
There
And
we
if
go.
you could slow it down just a little bit more.
Okay. Slow it down. How's that?
That's good.
Okay. Is it still blue?
What's that?
Is it blue?
Yeah, it's got a blue tint to it.
I'm gonna I can change the
What's
color.
what's it look like in red?
Let's see. The text in red. Did it change to red?
Nope.
Okay. Is it red now? No?
No. It should be, not to critique it, it should say DJI, all in caps, Neo drone.
I don't think I have enough space. Wonder why I can't change the color. Is it still blue?
It's kind of a whitish blue, right?
Yeah.
I think you did good. So where's your pupper dogs at now, Joe?
Laying around upside down. I don't hear them outside yet, so when I hear them coming this way, usually I hear them because they hit the third floor first. So when I get somebody going past my doorway, that's when I worry about them.
What is snowflake?
Snowflake will probably be. See, that looks good, but it's just too fast.
Gotta slow it down.
Okay.
See, it should say Neo, the worst drone ever.
Neo, best drone ever.
Is that too slow?
No, slow it down a little bit more.
Yeah, it's not changing.
No, it's still at the same speed. Take the head off and put it in front of you so you can see it.
But it did change colors.
Not on ours.
It was blue. Now it's kind of rainbow.
David says it should say pack it in and shut up, Joe. See, you didn't spell it right. It's got to be shut up, Joe, Joe. Bunch of O's.
Oh, kind of cool. But how do I get back to not being rainbow? Now I've got rainbow colors. There's no choice to not do a rainbow of some sort. Oh, there we go. Yellow. Green. Ooh, green's kind of cool. Okay. I can't get it to slow down. Effects.
Effects should do it.
Maybe because of how long it is. Okay. How do you like green? Here we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that looks all right. It'll match your shirt a little.
Yep. My kids liked the hat when I wore it the other day, and they were like, "Oh, that's cool. Where'd you get it?" He said, "My
But you
best
need a-
friend Paul."
What you need to put on there is you can save all of that, right? Where you just press the buttons again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In fact, there's on my app, there is a history. It's kind of like a history.
Yeah, because what I would put on there is
called
say,
record, and this,
Yeah.
everything that I've tried so far is just
DJI drone best ever, right?
well, the one you need to put on there is pop quiz today
yeah,
and have it running when you're walking around, see if anybody notices.
pop quizzer. See ya. They're not gonna have me on Monday. See ya.
So is that last day in the class?
Yep. 2 classes I have all year. The other 3 are they leave me. So I'll have 3 new classes and 2 will be the same. Got 2 all years.
What you say pop quiz today with extra credit, right? And if somebody said, "What's the extra credit?" Say, "You just got it because you paid attention." This is the one day every month I hate when I gotta sit here and wait.
Is it the same day, the 30th, every month?
It's always the last Thursday of the month. For this building, they're doing 3 buildings at a time every Thursday, and we got 12 buildings. Man, if I told the guy I wasn't going to be here, he wouldn't care. You know, the guy that does it.
Yeah, he has a key to
Because
everyone's.
the maintenance guy walks around with him.
It's your dogs that keep you from leaving.
Well, I can't put them in the back. I can leave them in the kitchen or leave them in the back, but they need to get to where they're going to be. So I've got to get them into the hallway like I usually do. And then I got to get them all the way to my room and lock them in my room. So they got the hallway and they go into the bathrooms and stuff. And they're only here for like a minute. That's the worst part.
Let me show you what I ordered for a picture of mine. Tell me what you would have done. Let's see, order. Give me a second here. I'm bummed about the guy from Poland. Okay, so I have a picture that's 8 by 10 and another one that's I think it's 11 by 14, or it might be 8 by 10 and 5 by 7. I don't recall, but this is what I ordered for them, just to put them on a stand. Share the screen. Go here. Here. So I ordered these. So it doesn't take up any space, but I can set them on a shelf. I don't know that I like the screws showing like that up on top.
Don't see them. Don't see it.
Oh, you don't see what I'm showing?
No.
Share.
Now we got. No, that's me. There you go.
Yeah, so. And I get 4 of them for $6.
That's not bad.
And I can set my image on there, or my picture, and just set
Right.
it on the shelf. So I'm kind of like that, but I don't like the wing net on the top. Kinda
Well,
goofy.
you won't see it though. It'll be
If
behind the
my-
picture.
If my picture isn't tall enough, I will. Say my picture goes up to, I don't know how I can do this. Goes up to,
Oh, I see it. It's kind of big, huh?
yeah. See, like on this one, you see the wing net, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, because it's 9.5, and I think it's going to go up to 8 inches, because it's 8 by 11. It's 11 wide, 8 high.
So you ought to be right at the top of it.
Yeah.
No, that 9.4, the whole thing. But what from the ledge? What is it? That's your question.
7.5. Right here, you mean 7.5?
Yeah, you got 7.1 wide on the wood, but then
Yeah.
up from the ledge, the top of that ledge to the top of the easel.
Oh yeah. So it's
Yeah, that's your question.
9.4 from the bottom, but yeah, it looks like another 1.5 inches maybe. So
So you might be all right.
yeah, I might.
If
be.
it's 1.4, you're 8 inches, you should be good.
Yeah. I better not have sent this to my daughter. in San Diego. I thought I changed it. I better look. Orders. No, it's coming to me. I originally sent it to her. I had to cancel it, and they gave me a 10% off, which isn't a lot of money. It's only 70 cents or something. And so when I went to buy it again, it was full price, and I thought I'm going to put it in my cart. You know how sometimes you put it in your cart and then you get a coupon a couple
Yeah.
days later. So I did that. I thought I'm just going to put it in my cart and save.
Yeah, you
That's
use that coupon, they won't give it back.
Yeah, and they gave it back. I got
Oh, you
it.
did? That's
Yeah,
good
I got
then.
it last night, and then I reordered it, and I made sure that it was my address. So,
Yeah.
but sometimes they don't give it back. You're right. And that comes tomorrow. No, when's the first? The first is
Yeah, I
Saturday.
got some coming today, I think. So, I had to reorder some, what you call it? Some, filament that I ran out of red finally. So that's all. I've had that red since I bought the printer. I think I got stuff coming today. No, it's tomorrow. It said it was coming today. They said Thursday. Now it's Friday. Yeah, I had to order. I was gonna go to the dollar store and get it. Spatula. I have one spatula in the house. One spatula, right? Because I use the one spatula. That's all I ever used. Other day I went in there to flip a pancake and it broke.
Oh, geez.
So I've been flipping the pancake with just the spatula part with the little end on it. So I was gonna go to the dollar store and grab one, but I bought a set off of Amazon. I had a gift card sitting up in there, and it's a better. It looks like it's a lot better than the ones that I got at the dollar store. But this spatula that I destroyed the other day, I've had it here since I've been here, 16 years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a dollar store spatula.
I'm getting all kinds of parents now email me concerned about their student's grade. It's like, you had 89 days. Got a kid who I really like, and the final's due today. They've been working on it for a couple of weeks, and they work on it, anytime they have free time, basically to keep them out of trouble. I always have them work on the final throughout the quarter, and I do three different what we call summative assignments, which were worth more than formative assignments. And the summative assignment that I'm giving them now, we've been doing it for about 3 weeks, and I say it's due Thursday the 30th, which is today. And there are a couple kids sick, and anyway, I had a parent email me and say, hey, he's got a really bad cold. He has a high fever. I said, hey, he can turn it in from home, because what they do is they save it to the cloud every time they leave the room, and then so anytime so you can send it in from anywhere. And it's like, send in what he has. I mean, that's what I'm grading him on. I don't expect anyone to be completely done. They are they're working on this assignment is a tracing of our school building and make it as accurate as possible. And so, and then I grade on, hey, are you working on it when you're supposed to? How much do you get done? How much does it look, as realistic as possible? And then I can really go back and say, no, you were playing on your phone, or no, you were playing on Wordle computer and not drawing. And I take my clipboard and put an X every time the kid's not on task. And then I count up the X's for the days that they didn't work. It's like, that's what I'm grading you on. So you're not going to get full credit if you have an X next to your name on that day. And so I got a clipboard with the days that, easy to keep track. And this kid who I really like, but he plays on his phone a lot.
Well, let me tell you, I got this woman I'm dealing with, right? And her son's name, first name is Jackson. On the roster says Jaxon.
Get out of town. That's the
Okay.
kid I'm talking about.
You
And it's
serious?
spelled the same way. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. That is too weird.
What's the last name start with?
Last name is, and I don't know last names. Let me look here. Hold on. Fifth period.
Just tell me what it
Starts
starts
with an
with.
L. Starts with an
It
L.
starts with a D.
Yeah. This
Well,
guy's
let me tell you this
J-A-X-E-N.
email I got from her. Email says, it says, let's see. It says, I haven't seen, I'm trying to find it. Go back to the original. It says, I'm following up on Jackson's pictures. She's got it spelled that way, right?
Yeah.
And I said, well, I thought I redid them. I've got the order. You should have gotten them. She goes, no, I got the wrong spelling of the name. So I said, well, check with coach, double check, because I know I ordered them. I'm looking at them. So she came back and said, the coach said he doesn't have them. The only ones we got had the name spelled wrong. So I said, okay, give me your address. So she gives me an address, and this is what I have for spelling. I went Jaxon in the last name, right? She comes back and she goes, here's my address, Jaxson.
Oh.
But every other email she's got, she doesn't have the S in it. And I guarantee you, she sent that like that and didn't put the S in it. She made a mistake when she told me I needed to change the name, and I saw it was right. Isn't that crazy? But when the last one she sent me has an S in it.
Yep.
So this is going to cost me $9, you know, out of a $264 profit.
High school basketball.
And you know what the worst part is? They have them on the web for 2 weeks before I order them to tell me that.
Wow.
That's why I really want this Marine Corps to come through with enough that I don't have to do this anymore. I'll go do the press work, and they can keep everything else. Because it's just aggravating. And then I said, and he is a freshman. The double check, she didn't say nothing about that, but I know he is. Just one of those things. You got to deal with it, you know, when you're doing it, you know.
Yep.
So,
All three basketball coaches at a local high school were suspended today. So the varsity, JV, and C team coaches were put on administrative leave.
your school?
No, a local school. And they're not sharing details why. And the school that that it happened to, I've got a good friend that's the assistant principal, but she'll never tell me if I called her. She wouldn't tell me why. She's pretty professional that way.
Yeah.
But I've got a retired principal who would tell me. I've got to text him right now if he knows.
So now I know it's spelled right. Now I just got to find the kid. That's why I keep the files where the kids are on there, and I could go back and fix them if I have to. And that way I don't have to redo the pictures or nothing. Yeah, he's on there. It says freshman. We'll export that. Okay, he's done. Yeah, I'll send that directly to our house, so I don't have to deal with her again. Well, Paul, I think I'm gonna jump because I'm gonna start working them to the back.
Okay, we'll close her down.
Yeah, 'cause I gotta hit the bathroom first too. Look at
Sounds
that. What's
good.
that say? Neo drone in different colors. Well, you gotta. Now you're in school. I was gonna say Neo drone sucks, but no.
Does that look better in the dark?
Yeah, that looks
Yeah, I like
good.
that. Yeah,
Are we
you could
back
put
in-
Neo drones. DJI Neo drone sucks, but you got kids
Oh,
there.
you
They
don't.
wouldn't like. That wouldn't be. That's not appropriate.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again later today.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll be
Justin,
back
what do you
later.
think?
Yeah, okay. Bye for now.
Okay. Later.
Bye.